Good evening, guys. Am I audible? Can somebody confirm me? Yeah, thank you, guys. So feel free to unmute. Okay, this is going to be an interactive session. So we'll use very less number of keyboard and we'll have a direct conversation. So guys, I'm Sagar and we have. All right. So guys, can you check if you are able to unmute yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
So guys, give me 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll just walk through about this introductory sessions. So I am Sagar and I have Mr. Shank, our co-trainer. So we would be presenting the whole session for next couple of the days. Okay. So let me just share my screen. Let me walk through over on the agenda, and then if you guys have any doubt for me, you can ask me, or else I'll pass it to Mr. Shank. He will take it forward and he will present the SDN orchestration classes for you. So guys, can you confirm if you can see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I can say that.
Okay. So guys, we have come up with some webinar classes for this month, September 2021. So let me just maximize my screen. Okay, so let's see what all courses that we are offering, which you guys can definitely uh, take the classes or take the webinar which we have pipelined in this month. So today we are starting with ACI batch, ACI SD-WAN Nexus demo classes. So feel free to uh, get your questions or your concerns clear. And then we have on September 13th, Python automation. September 15th, we have the data center CCNP paper. And September 18th, we have CCI Lab Enterprise. And September 20th, we have CCNP Enterprise. Okay, so these are all few of the networking courses which are in huge demand. If you know, if you're all experienced folk over here, then you might know the demand of these courses, right? So these are pipeline, and we are offering all 3, 4 classes, the intro classes, all to the open public. Okay, so this is something which we thought about to keep in this month. Okay, and this is the time window of these classes. So right now it's 6:30 approx in India, and shortly we will start with SD-WAN and ACI. Okay, so let's keep one after one. So the bridge is gonna be the same for all the next couple of the days. So you join the same bridge and you can take up these classes. Okay. So before we pass on, I just want to know where do you come from? What's your background? Are you experienced network engineers, or these are some courses which do not cross your network path, or what are you looking from this batches, or what do you have a question for me before I pass it on to the co-trainer? Yes, guys, you can unmute and feel free to ask any question if you have.
Yes, Sagar.
Hi, Monish.
Uh, yeah. So you guys planning to do make any silver peak SD-WANs training?
Yes, we will plan for it. Right now, we have is Viptela SD-WAN. Okay,
Yes.
but we will definitely think of another flavor, which will definitely be a interesting point. Okay.
Yep. All right. Thank you. So yep. Sounds good.
Hi,
Okay.
Sagar. Nilesh here.
Yeah.
Sagar,
Hi.
this SD-WAN patch for Nexus, SD-WAN, and ACI, are there any other timings that it will be available, or any other
Uh,
batch you are planning to start in the morning time in the next month or something like that?
See, we keep these courses all round the clock. So previously we started morning, we had during weekdays or weekend. So this time it's weekdays, 6:30 p.m. IST. Okay, so if you guys go to Google and just Google for network journey SDN orchestration, you will get this course page where all the time zone for various timestamp has been published, and also along with the each
Yes,
one.
Sagar.
Okay.
Because of
Yeah.
this, I was not able to attend your previous one of the batches
Okay.
because of my shift. Like my shift was in the uh, morning, and the batches were now. This time I have my evening shift, and your batches are in the evening.
Okay. Yeah, I
So
understand it
that's the
happens
reason
in
I was asking.
yeah, it happens in rotational shift. So we'll think about it. So you know that last batch was on different time and this is a different time zone. So might be next would be on a different time zone. Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
thank you,
uh,
Sagar.
uh,
Yeah.
Hi, Sagar. This is
Yeah. Hi.
Varaprasad. Uh, Actually, our organization using present the traditional MPLS links. Okay. I
Okay.
hope this SD Cisco SD-WAN solution, whatever you are going to present us. So I feel I can take a concurrent addition on which model, and it will going to be suits to our organization. That's the
Yeah.
expectation from my side, Sagar.
Yeah, so that's a good question because most of the enterprise are moving from MPLS to SD-WAN, or they are taking the subscription of SD-WAN in order to cost cut, right? So this is how the SD-WAN topology that we have constructed. So at the end of the batch of SD-WAN, you will be in a position where you can give a suggestion to management like why SD-WAN can benefit your enterprise, how can this leverage benefit of income on your enterprise. Okay, so all this will be taken care in the 1 to 2 month of course of SD-WAN, and all the detailed content is put up here. Okay, so there is a lot of labs that is included in SD-WAN as well.
Okay. Okay. Actually, the confusion is when we approach multiple OEMs, everybody says that we are good at all the levels. That's create a confusion. Which model I have to choose? That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing. Gagan.
Understood, understood. Yeah. So that's a genuine question. People are nowadays, everyone is having their own SD-WAN solution, and everyone wants to prove themselves as a market leader, right? So yeah, all these doubts will be clarified. Okay.
Thank
Yeah. So guys, I'll just brief on the advantage of this batch. So let me just open up my marker. So if you know, this is 3-in-1 combo package, and each instance here offers you 300 hours of lab. Okay, so our course is not just theoretical course; it's gonna be more like practical. Okay, more of practical, 80 to 90% practical, 10% of theory. So the trainer will definitely show you the workbook and the lab overview as well. So we use EVNG for these labs. Okay, and each module you get 300 hours. So ACI 300, SD-WAN 300, and Nexus 300. And for detailed content of each module, you can check it on our website. Okay, and which certification does these module touch? So you can definitely check it over here. Okay, so the SD-WAN is going to be one of the paper from CCNP Enterprise Concentration. So that is the paper which we will cover up. From ACI point of view, it will be CCNP paper, CCNP data center paper. Okay, and same goes with Nexus. It's again a paper from CCNP data center. So these are like high level of papers. Okay, from CCNP to CCI switching platforms. So guys, any doubt with respective to these modules, or any questions like how many hours of lab or etc. etc.
Sagar.
Yeah.
Good evening. Dhananjay here.
Yeah, hi,
Does it
Dhananjay.
cover all the, yeah, Sagar. So does it cover all the table of contents mentioned by Cisco? I mean, as per the Cisco syllabus course exam.
That's right. So as I have written the exam number, so basically they cover the blueprint itself.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So that means
And
each
what?
and every topic will be covered in detail, or
Yes, yes. Each topics will be covered in depth with the practical knowledge.
okay.
Okay. So I'll give those types of answers to be answered by our core trainer. So he can show you along with the workbook. Like each topic will be discussed in class along with the practical, so that student uh, do it practically on the labs and has more clarity on the topics. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Sagar. Sagar, what if in between the timing changes, our job timings, and we're not able to attend half the class, something like this, because of changing timing suddenly?
Yeah. See,
Emergency issue.
there are some times where we know that all of or most of them are in a rotational basis and they miss the classes. So we have some flexibility. That is, in case if you miss something for now, you can definitely take a retake of the whole batch. Okay.
Okay.
So
And how about recordings every day? Will it be recorded?
yes, yes, these are all recorded sessions. Okay.
Okay.
So, and these recorded sessions are given for lifetime access. So that is one option. If you want to repeat, then you can also take the free retake of the whole batch in case if you missed and you want to take it up next time, because these are all the tough topic and people may not understand on the first take. So that's something which we provide. But yes, recording is also provided, which is going to be lifetime access.
Okay, great. And so free retake is also available, right?
Yes,
Both
yes,
the
yes.
options. Okay, great. Thank you, Sagar.
Yeah. So guys, any question for me before I pass it on to the trainer? So guys, let me just also give an intro on our trainer. Our trainer is Mr. Shank, and he's a triple CCI in routing, switching, data center, and service provider. And he's also be the trainer for our CCI lab, which we are starting shortly from September 18th. Okay, so he will tell you about all the rest of the things here. So he is going to take ACI, SD-WAN Nexus, and also data center CCI lab, which we are starting from 18. Definitely, these are all the introduction classes. So feel free to attend them. It's all fine. Okay, so you can attend all these classes. And if you have any doubts with respective to any topic, or if you want to know uh, any concern from related to the topic, feel free to ask us. Okay, you can email us or you can also WhatsApp us, or we have kept this live session so that we can have a live interaction instead of to and fro text communications, right? So all right, guys, so I think we are good from the agenda. I will pass it on to the trainer. uh Mr. Shank, are you in the meeting?
Yeah, hi Sagar, how are you?
Hey Shank, good evening.
Good
Nice to
evening,
see
good
you.
evening.
Yeah, so the whole batch is all yours. Okay, you can
Okay,
take it forward.
okay, thanks a lot. So, hi everyone, how are you doing today? All good?
All good, Shank.
Okay, so
Yeah, all good.
okay, let me just
So
share my screen first. So, Sagar, can you pass me the host or provide me the access for sharing the screen?
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
sure, sure. Yeah, Shan, can you try now?
Okay, great. Okay, good. Okay, guys, so before we start, so let's introduce to each other. So, my name is Shank and I will be your instructor for this course. So this course that we are taking today is of your ACI SD-WAN and Nexus SDN orchestration complete batch. So yes, about me. So I have total around 12, 13 years of experience and around 10 years back, I passed CCI, my first CCI. After that, I completed 3 CCIs. So one in routing switching, CCI in service provider, and CCI in data center. So, and also I have completed CCD written as well, and VCPNB, which is VMware Certified Network Virtualization, which is SDN solution of VMware. Okay, so this is about my certifications and all. About my work experience. So again, 12 years of experience in work, having worked in almost all type of organization, whether it is an enterprise organization or a service provider. I have done various migrations on the data center. I have built data centers from the scratch, your greenfield, brownfield data centers. And I worked almost in all positions, starting from my network engineer role up to the solution architect, pre-sales, and cloud consultant as well. So the technologies on mainly I focused and worked are related to MPLS, BGP, L2, L3 VPNs, your ACI, SD-WAN, VXLAN, LIPS, and vBlock, F5, all that type of stuff. So that's all related to me. So again, I need 4-5 people from the batch to make it understand what is your expectation about the batch, your current role, your experience, and so that we can customize this batch according as per your need. So any 5-6 people, those who want to give the intro, can you please start and provide your intro about it? Thank you. So anyone can start?
Yes. Hey, good morning from US. This is
Yeah,
Manish.
hi, good morning.
Yeah,
Manish.
I've been doing as a senior network engineer since more than 6 years. I'm certified CCNA routing switching, CCNA security, and CCNP routing switchings.
Mhm.
So the company I'm working right now, so they're planning to implement SD-WAN, but they're planning to do that SD-WAN Silver Peak.
Mhm.
And I'm planning to be certified SD-WAN Cisco. So that's the reasons I'm taking this class.
Okay, great, Manish.
All right.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Varaprasad.
Yeah,
Can
hi,
you
Bharat.
hear me? Presently, actually, I'm also looking for to migrate from traditional MPLS networks to SD-WAN. So here we have a lot of confusion to select the right model to the organization. So I hope this class will help me to come to an arrival, which model will switch to our organization for betterment.
So related to the model itself or related to the solution you are asking about?
It's
So
a
like you
solution. Yeah,
decided
it's a
whether
solution.
Viptela will be solution?
Yeah, we seen that VMware, Silver Peaks, Viptela, lot of more. Okay, so based out of it, which suits to the best model.
Okay. Okay, good.
Hi Sagar, I'm Nilesh. I have been working in the networks like for 8 years now as a network engineer. Now I am here for learning this new technology. Like it has been widely used now as a replacement for MPLS. So I wish to study this for like I need to study this for my future growth in this field actually.
Okay, good. Okay, anyone else want to provide any intro?
Hi, Shank.
Yeah, right.
I want to ask a question little bit far about our today's topic. Can I?
Yes. So today, so again, I have a next slide which we're gonna provide you the agenda. So just give me 2-3 minutes. Okay, guys. So before you ask questions or start asking the questions, so let me tell you the first of all what we're gonna be flow of our class for today. So today, like I'm gonna tell you first of all in next 5 minutes, I'm gonna cover the most like asked question, what we cover, what we not cover, what is the duration of the course, like that. Okay. After that, I gonna start the topics of today, like what is SDN. So again, today agenda gonna be this. So what is SDN solution, where SDN fits, what are the advantages of SDN, what are SDN controllers, what are edge devices, and OMP, which is the SDN control plane protocol. Okay. And after I covered the topics, again, this topic I'm gonna take it in a very brief. So again, in a basic way for today class, but in the actual class, I'm gonna take it in the full detail. And after that, in the last half an hour, we will do the Q&A as per whatever questions you have. Okay. So before I start with the topic, just give me 2-3 minutes so that I can tell you the most asked questions so that you don't have any confusions in your mind. So as Sagar already told, this is a combo batch of SDN orchestration, which provides Cisco ACI, SD-WAN, and Cisco Nexus. Okay, and we're gonna add Cisco VXLAN as well in this. So later on, we will provide you the details for that as well. Okay, so today is the first webinar class, but the actual class is gonna start after 2 weeks. Okay, and first we're gonna start with the Cisco ACI. After that, once the ACI completes, then we're gonna start with the SD-WAN. After that, we're gonna start with the Nexus. Okay. And again, it depends on the enrollment. If enrollments are more in SD-WAN and people want to start it first, then we can see it accordingly. The class gonna be scheduled for Saturday and Sunday. So this time we're gonna take it in the weekend batch. Last time we done it in the weekdays. And the timings are 6:30 p.m. IST. Okay. So again, the same time that you have joined today. So that's gonna be same time for the class. Daily 1.5 to 2 hours you need to allocate for it. Okay. Whatever I teach in the particular class, that will be live recorded, and then your next day you will get a portal access where you will get the recordings. Okay. So that is related to class. The course content that we're gonna cover, again, we write it here completely, but again, you can go on the Cisco website on a particular exam, and whatever is there in the complete exam, we're gonna take it the complete one. Okay. Then we have our labs as well in the ACI, in the SD-WAN, in the Nexus. Again, we're gonna do it on the virtual environment, which is on the VMware. And for ACI, there is a limitation that there is no data plane connectivity. Okay, so end-to-end ping, we're not able to show you. But again, we can do the whole configuration, all the things and all the show things and all, but only just the data plane will not work. Okay, so that is a limitation for the ACI only. For SD-WAN, there is no limitation. We can do the complete lab on the virtual environment. And same way for the Nexus, there are some things like OTV. You can say there's a topic which is OTP, which will not work on the virtual. There's a topic which is VDC. Apart from that, all other things it's gonna work. Okay, so this is related to that. Then this is the diagram which I'm gonna explain in the last and how this works, because I need to tell you what is vManage, vBond, vSmart before we take it into the diagram itself. Okay, and we also going to provide you the lab workbook. So again, if you're able to see my screen, this is a lab workbook for SD-WAN. Again, we already have a complete lab workbooks already created for SD-WAN, ACI, Nexus all. So this is a lab book for SD-WAN where you can see, if I show you the table of contents, it's around 40 labs we have, which consist of around 200 tasks. Okay, and it is from the starting from the very basic, from the scratch, where you started from the scratch, like how to configure your provider network, your vManage, vBond Smart from the scratch, and to the advanced level. Okay, with your templates, policies, all that stuff. Okay, then your control plane policy, data plane, hub, and how you can create a hub and spoke topology. So there is a complete lab of it. Application aware routing, where particular application traffic, how you need to send it over the service provider, your QS policy, your direct internet access, centralized internet access, how you're gonna do the failover, your service chaining, your VPN segmentation. So again, everything gonna be covered. Okay, so this is how you will get a lab workbook. Again, I gonna provide the lab workbook as we gonna progress in the course. So that's how you got it. So initial configuration, you will get it. And then there are tasks where you have a complete configuration. Okay. And then I already pasted all the screenshots, how you're gonna verify it and all that stuff. Okay. So this is related to workbook that we're gonna provide to you. So your lab access will be provided to you of 300 hours as already told by Sagar. And we're gonna provide you the workbook. We're gonna provide you UNL file if you want. We're not gonna provide you any software or any license, okay? Because again, those are hardbound licenses to the devices. So we're not gonna provide you that thing. Okay, so this is related to this. So now let's start with the study topics. And after that, later on, we will come back again to our lab diagram and all, and I gonna try to answer your question. Okay, so let's start with our first topic, which is what is SDN solution. So let me just open. So again, guys, I usually not teach with the PPT. What I used to do is I'm gonna teach it with my iPad only. Okay, with on the blackboard. So just let me connect my iPad.
Sean, what will be the system requirement? 16 GB is okay?
Okay, so related to, again, I'm gonna tell you about this thing in the last all your questions, but since you asked it, so minimum RAM requirement for your home lab is gonna be 48 GB. Okay, without below 48 GB, it's not gonna work good in a good way. And recommended RAM requirement is gonna be 64 GB. Related to your CPU, you should have a 8-core CPU. Okay, below that it's gonna lag. So again, these are some of the requirement if you want to build a home lab. And then you should have a license from Cisco. Okay. So I will take all these questions in the last. So let's start with the topics of today. So the first topic is what is SDN and why we use SDN solutions. So can anyone tell me what do you mean by SDN? What are its characteristics?
Software defined network.
Yes. So what do you mean by software defined network? How it is different from our traditional network?
To controllers and applications, all the devices can be configured in one shot with less errors.
So what are the main characteristics of any SDN solution? Again, guys, those who know me, I used to talk a lot with my audience. Okay, so that is the point. So be ready for that. So what are the most important requirement for any of the SDN solution? Can anyone tell me?
It is separating the control plane from the data plane.
Yes, so that is the most important requirement. Okay, your control plane is separated from your data plane. Okay, so decoupling of your control plane from data plane, because what's gonna happen here is if your control plane fails, your data plane also fails, or if your data plane fails or a particular device gonna fail, then it should not affect your control plane. Okay, so that is the most important requirement why the companies start building the SDN solution. Okay, what are the other requirements?
Centralized administration.
Yes, so centralized administration, or you can say management. okay, which gonna be done through your centralized controller. So that should be present in the any of the SDN solution. Okay, and it should be programmable. So through your APIs and your Python scripts and all, you can do the program of it. Okay. So as the SDN solution comes in the market, again, guys, every company start joining and start digging it, and they start developing their own solutions. So again, a lot of companies are there which are creating the SDN solution, but the main leaders, again, you guys know, as you can see the Gartner report, where in the quadrants you will find a main leaders for a particular type of SDN solution. But now, before digging into deep into that, let me tell you what are the SDN solutions types. So we have our SDN for our data center. We have our SDN solution for our WAN environment. And so the guys, after speaking, you can please put your mic on the mute. And we have a SDN solution for our branch. Okay. So again, you can see in the network, these are the three different main areas where you need the SDN solution, and every company start developing the SDN solution for it. So again, as this is a course related to Cisco, so let's start with the what are the Cisco options related to the SDN solution. So for SDN for data center, okay, Cisco developed a SDN solution which is known as Cisco ACI, which is Cisco Application Centric Infrastructure. And the main controller that we have for that is APIC, Application Policy Interface Controller, okay, which is the main controller for controlling your ACI fabric. Okay, then in SDN for WAN, Cisco started with a solution known as Cisco IWAN, but later on Cisco acquired a company which is known as Viptela. So they acquired Viptela and then they rebranded the Viptela solution, which is now known as Cisco SD-WAN. Okay, but actually that is a company known as Viptela, which they acquired it, and then this is the solution related to that. So in SD-WAN, we have three controllers for Cisco. One is vManage. Again, I'm gonna tell you in some time what are the main advantages or main roles of these controllers, vSmart and vBond. Okay, so these are three centralized controllers that we have for the SD-WAN. And then for the branch, Cisco developed a solution which is known as Cisco SD Access, and the main controller for that is gonna be your DNAC. Okay, so these are the three different areas where every company started making its solution and then they come up with the solution. Okay, so anyone having any question or doubt till here related to this, what I have teach? All good, guys? Before
Yeah, all good. Thank you.
Yeah, it is good. So,
okay.
Sam,
Yes, Manish.
what version you were using for the you were using EVNG, right, for the lab?
Yes, yes. So I'm gonna take these questions. Manish, give me some time. After
Sure.
we're done with our
Yeah.
theory, so we will do it. So whatever your questions, guys, please park it for the last half an hour. I'm gonna cover it everything. I'm not gonna close the bridge unless until your questions are over. Okay. So these are related to your Cisco solutions related to the SDN. So again, guys, we are taking so in this batch, we're gonna do the ACI, we're gonna do the SD-WAN, and there is also a most demand of Nexus as well, because again, in the data centers or even right now in the branches also, you will find the Nexus devices. So the third one is going to be Nexus. Again, we are having some problems in getting our physical gear. So again, your SDXs cannot be virtual, run on the virtual environment. For that, you need a physical gear, and our gear is stuck in the custom due to this law corona thing. So right now we're not able to provide you the SDXs course, but in future we definitely take the SDXs as well. So as soon as we're gonna take it, we're gonna announce it, and then you will come to know about that. Okay, so this is related to the SDN solution. So now let's talk directly about where SD-WAN fits and what are its role. So again, guys, as we have a mixed type of public, so that's why I'm taking it from the scratch itself, so that we should at least know why we use the SD-WAN, and then we're gonna take it to the advanced level. So my first question to you guys is why we use WAN actually. So that is a very basic question. Why we use WAN? Can anyone answer me?
Because of the
To
physical
connect
distances.
to outside world.
So, okay.
To communicate with two different networks by using this WAN connectivity.
So communicating between different networks, we can use a router, right?
To communicate between two different countries, like wide area network.
Yeah, something same.
Okay.
Different location, geographical location.
Okay. So basically, we have a WAN environment. If you see in the middle, and then we have different office locations, right? Or whatever is it is present, like your headquarter, data center, your branches, right? Your remote office, right? Your Soho office. So again, different type of brand solutions gonna provide the connectivity over the WAN, right? So that is good. Now, my next question: what are ways to connect over WAN?
VPN, Metro Ethernet, fiber, or Ethernet, or DSL
So again,
cable program.
so let me write it. So tell me one by one.
WAN link.
So what
By
is WAN
using
link?
ISP
DSL
links,
cable,
MPLS link,
Ethernet
Okay,
over
so
WAN,
WAN
lease
link is gonna
line,
be lease line,
MPLS,
MPLS, what else?
internet,
DSL,
P2P,
Point to point.
P2P, P2P again, you can say like it, lease line,
lease line,
okay. And then any of
ISDN
your
lines.
ISDN nowadays are gone, but again, let's write.
Yes.
Okay, then WiMAX, right? Your LTE 4G, right? Your satellite, right? So these are some different ways over which we can connect it over WAN. So again, you can keep on adding on the list. Okay. So let me first clear your one myth. Your SD-WAN solution is not gonna replace any one of these. First of all,
Sean, one small question.
mhm.
Is this lease line point to point, is it still being used anywhere in the world?
So again, it depends, because again, what gonna happen is previously we have a lease line, right? But MPLS comes to reduce the cost which we have for the lease lines, right? And then after that, people start migrating to the MPLS and stop using the lead lines, right?
Tier 1 service provider, they're still building their backbone using their own lease line, right?
Yes, right. So, but nowadays the situation is different. But again, I'm coming to that point. So first of all, guys, these are your physical connectivity options. And SD-WAN is not gonna replace any one of these. Okay, so if someone is saying to you, or if you are in a myth like SD-WAN gonna replace the MPLS technology, so that is again a myth. Okay, how it gonna change the way that you can gonna interact? it depends on you. Okay, so it is not like you will remove the MPLS and then SD-WAN gonna work. Okay, but you can shift from the MPLS towards the internet so that SD-WAN gonna work over it. So mainly my main point here to tell you is SD-WAN is basically a overlay solution. So again, if you know about the networking field, you have two type of solution. One is overlay and another one is underlay. Okay, so underlay gonna provide you the physical connectivity. So layer 3 physical connectivity gonna be provided by the underlay. And then once you get the connectivity, you will run your overlay tunnels over it. Okay, like you have GRE, IPsec, all that stuff. Okay, so SD-WAN is basically a overlay solution. It is not a underlay solution. So it needs a physical connectivity before start implementing SD-WAN. So if from particular data center to a branch or from branch to branch or from headquarter to branch, if you not have a physical connectivity, SD-WAN not gonna work. Okay, so this is the first thing and the first step. So make sure you have a physical connectivity first and then over it SD-WAN will run. Now, what are the advantages of SD-WAN that we're gonna take it? Okay, but make sure you get it in your clear picture of SD-WAN that it is a overlay solution which needs your underlying physical connectivity. Okay. So, anyone having any question or doubt till here before we move on further?
A small doubt. You are saying that SD-WAN is a overlaid solution. What about the underlying problems? Whatever we are facing today, it will be remain same.
So again, I'm gonna talk to you in the next one. Okay, so just give me 5 minutes. After that, still if you have doubt, then we can discuss. So SD-WAN gonna provide you the benefit of your underlay, like how it gonna take some of your problems of underlay and solve it, and what problems it not gonna solve, that I gonna tell you. Okay, so if you have a jitter and latency in your service provider net, SD-WAN not gonna solve you that thing. Okay, so again, to answer your question, and again that is my next topic, which is what are your traditional WAN problems or challenges? So tell me guys, what are the problems or challenges you have in your traditional WAN?
Make use of both links, effective usage of the links.
So, okay, what should I write? And,
Utilization.
so utilization. Okay.
Management.
Management.
Fluctuation of WAN speed.
What else?
Latency.
Sorry?
Latency.
Latency. What else, guys? I need at least 10 points.
Will utilization fall under bandwidth?
Utilization I already wrote. So it is carrier dependent, right?
Automation.
Automation up to a limit you can do in your traditional, but again, yes, that you can do, you can take it. What else? Scalability. What else?
Slowness.
Slowness. What else?
Sometimes down the internet.
Sometimes I like to put the jig on that part right there.
Sorry, I didn't get you, Wilson.
Sometimes I like to put the jig on the edge of the
Sometimes
part.
down the internet.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're ready now. Eddie, right here.
I'm not able to hear you, Wilson.
No, I just
There's a
just to understand how
Application control.
so application. What you said?
Application control on WAN is not possible.
Application
Control means
means it is not application aware basically. So it treats for every type of application the same type of treatment, right?
yes, yes.
Okay, what else?
QoS and bandwidth management.
QoS, bandwidth management, again we can say it in the utilization. What else? Security.
Hard to implement with the public clouds.
So complexity with even most importantly with the clouds. What
Redundancy.
else? Redundancy, scalability.
Dependency on hub site.
Troubleshooting.
Inbound,
Okay,
outbound traffic management.
So monitoring, traffic management. Okay, so these are some of the, sorry?
Some maintenance activity.
So troubleshooting or maintenance, you can write. Okay, so these are some of the most important major challenges or WAN problems you have. And now if you talk about in today's world, now the world is changing, right? Even after this corona, it is rapidly changing. Nowadays, what is gonna happen is your applications are going in the cloud, your traffic is going in the cloud, right? Your branches are getting DIA, which is direct internet access. People want access at any time from anywhere. It is not a case where you need to go to the office and then from there you will get the access only, right? So again, these some of the type of WAN evolution, your SaaS service, your IaaS, infrastructure as a service, all these type of things are coming. So your WAN is having a large number of traffic, right? And WAN needs to evolve so that it can overcome these challenges. So what SD-WAN gonna do? It gonna provide you the solution of some of your challenges in a way so that you're gonna deal with the changing WAN environment. Okay, so your utilization bandwidth again. So again, first I will take some of the points because again, as soon as I'm taking the points, you will get to know about other points as well. So let's take it the management. So management again, you have a centralized controller in SD-WAN. Okay. So whatever SD-WAN devices you will add on any of your branch or any of your headquarter, whatever edge devices you're gonna put, you can do the management of them from a centralized single point of access, single point of management controller. Okay, so you don't need to log into all the sites, different routers or different do. So to manage it, okay, so you can manage it from a centralized controller. Okay. Then SD-WAN, so let's take about carrier dependent. So SD-WAN gonna work on your any type of connectivity, whether it is a MPLS, whether it is a internet, OGLT, right? Whether it is any type of communication. So again, it is a overlay technology. As you have a IP reachability, then it can work over any of your carrier. Okay. So now related to this, once you have a connectivity, now let me tell you how it's gonna change the MPLS again. First of all, guys, tell me why we need MPLS when we have internet connectivity as well. Why we need the MPLS?
It's faster than router lookup. Routing table lookup.
To manage the traffic in VRF.
So VRF you can create with internet as well.
It routes private traffic over MPLS.
Sorry?
To routing private network traffic.
So private traffic again, I can create a tunnel and then it, right? So one factor is security.
Second is the labels which that is work on layer 2 and
Sorry?
between 3. You switch the labels.
So label is just a underlying technologies. Internet switch traffic based on your routing traffic. Okay, so again, label is not a problem.
Convergence.
So what do you mean by convergence? What is
for the packets that are traversing the network, you're gonna use the labels instead of your IP addresses.
So how it gonna change your convergence scenario?
Instead of the router analyzing the IP at level 3, it would rather be focusing on the labels and switching.
Assumed bandwidth.
What is in the bandwidth?
Assumed bandwidth mean to say committed bandwidth availability.
Okay, so yes, that I can say committed bandwidth. So basically, I can write is reliability. Okay. Means if you take a particular SLA with your provider, then it's gonna provide you the same type of reliability. And most important factor is the security. Okay. So now here as SD-WAN, it runs over your internet, and the third one is going to be cloud connectivity and all that stuff. Okay. So now how SD-WAN gonna change your MPLS scenario is, again, MPLS is, if you know, is a costly solution, right? Previously, people used to enterprise companies which are not service provider, they use the lease lines. But when the MPLS comes, they shifted to the MPLS, because what the benefit MPLS provides to them is different type of customers traffic, they're gonna send it over the shared medium, right? So now what gonna happen is service provider gonna use the lease line to put the customer traffic over its shared medium. But now with SD-WAN, what you gonna do, you have a different type of circuit. You can do any type of circuit like your internet or whatever it is. Okay. And then you can drop your MPLS connection and you can get your traffic gonna routed over the internet. Okay. So now if you're gonna drop your MPLS connection and you're gonna route your traffic over the internet. So these three important things are there, which is security, how you get a security over internet, how you get a reliability over internet, how you get a cloud connectivity, right? So cloud connectivity is not a problem. Even it is a problem for the MPLS, because again, to provide the connectivity over the cloud, over the MPLS, then you need an extra net connection, right? But over the internet, every cloud provider gonna provide you the cloud connectivity. So it is good for your cloud connectivity, first of all. Second, related to security. So that is the main concern. So related to security, your SD-WAN solves the security parameter. Like by default, when you start enabling the SD-WAN solution, it gonna make your automatic IPsec tunnel without doing any configuration. So now what gonna happen is, if I show you, for example, I have my headquarter from, for example, here I have this branch here. And for example, this is my internet in between. As soon as I start configuring my SD-WAN over this link, it's gonna make your IPsec tunnel. Okay, it can create either IPsec or GRE. If you want to use GRE, you can do the GRE tunnel, but no one use it because GRE traffic is not encrypted. Okay, but IPsec traffic is encrypted. So 99% of the cases you will find the IPsec. So IPsec tunnel, it will create automatic without doing any configuration. Automatic without any configuration. So your security is now in your hand. Okay, so you can create a IPsec over the internet. And then related to your
I have
reliability, just a second, related to your reliability, it will automatically make BFD sessions. Okay. And as soon as your branch goes down or in between the circuit, you have any problem, your BFD will give you the conversions within a sub milliseconds. Okay. So now instead of doing or buying MPLS, a single MPLS link, you can at least buy 3 internet links in a cost of 1 MPLS link, if you know about the costing and all. So now you have a different choice of internet providers where you can start shifting your traffic so that now this way you can replace the MPLS. Okay. But if I talk about, okay, I need to remove the MPLS, then that is not a problem. SD-WAN can run over MPLS as well. If you want MPLS, you can run it over that as well. Okay. Yes. Someone having any question? So question, tell me.
yeah. So how I mean IPsec and BFD both the session can be established over IP as well. So how MPL is making it secured? I mean to say IPsec can be configured over the IP directly without any MPLS infrastructure.
MPLS in the previously MPLS is again you are taking the private from your service provider, right? Which is not eavesdropping over the internet. And the people are eavesdropping or the hackers are eavesdropping, right? So that's why it is secure. But now with over the internet also, your Sd-Wan solution gonna provide you the automatic tunnel, automatic configuration of your IPsec. So again, that is one of the feature which it gonna provide you. Okay.
What is this BFD, Sean? Sorry.
So bi-directional forwarding detection. So BFD is a lightweight protocol which again runs on your 2.5 layer. Okay, between your MAC and internet layer. So again, it is a lightweight protocol which can run over any of the protocol, any tunnel. Okay, whether you configured OSPF, EIGRP, BGP, it runs over any of the protocol.
And Sean, one more thing. You said IPsec tunnels, right? Why not GRE or IP? Why only IP?
So either you can take the GRE or you can take the IPsec. So there is no GRE over IP as of now. So you can choose between these protocols, whatever you want. So for example, if I'm running over the MPLS, I can take only the GRE. If I'm running over internet, I can choose my protocol for the IPsec while configuring my SD-WAN tunnel. Okay. Now related.
IPsec, okay. IPsec only forwards unicast, right? It doesn't forward multicast and broadcast.
So again, for forwarding the multicast, there is another protocol which is OMP here, which gonna take your multicast traffic. So again, I'm gonna discuss this later on.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, related to latency. So again, whatever latency you have in the service provider, no solution can provide solution related to that. Okay, if you have a latency, that means you have a latency. Nothing you can do about it unless until your service provider gonna solve that latency problem for you. But here, SD-WAN give you the workaround. So what is that workaround? Suppose you have your branch, okay, which is connected from your headquarter, and it is now connected over your 3 internet circuit. Okay, one, 2, 3. Now, right now, my traffic is going via this circuit, which is circuit number 1, and I start taking in my service provider. I start seeing the latency. So now, what SD-WAN gonna provide you automatically without knowing, without doing anything, or without your knowledge, or whatever the configuration or policy you're gonna set, it's gonna automatically shift your traffic over the another circuit. So from other service provider of internet, it's gonna start sending the traffic so that there you will not find the latency. Okay, and it gonna see this latency every single second. Okay, so again, your BFD gonna help in that. So BFD will monitor it continuously in every seconds. You can make it in sub-seconds as well, and then it's gonna shift your traffic as soon whatever SLA you want to define. Okay, so for example, if you are okay with 10 milliseconds of latency, so as soon as the latency goes 11 milliseconds, it's gonna shift your traffic automatically over the different circuit. If you are okay with 50 milliseconds, so up to the 50 milliseconds, it's not gonna shift it, but as soon as it gets the 50, it's gonna shift it your traffic over the other circuit. So again, I have a complete lab in our environment where we do this issue, where we see how latency and how it's gonna shift the traffic and all that stuff. Okay, so this way it's gonna do it based on your latency. Again, your utilization and bandwidth. So as per your utilization of a link, you can shift your traffic. So that is also possible it. Okay, related to automation. So again, guys, you know, every SDN solution gonna provide you the automation capability. So you can do the complete automation over the programming interface, Python, JSON, XML, REST API, all that stuff. Okay, so it's gonna do the complete automation. Related to scalability, again, this is one of the most important factor of taking the SD-WAN solution. So there is a concept which is known as ZTP, which is zero touch provisioning. If you guys heard about it. So what it gonna do, for example, there is a new site comes up. Okay. So now your previous cases is gonna be, you need to take, you need to, once you take the connection to your new site or new branch, then what you need to do, you need to send your field engineer, or else, okay, your L1 support or your local field engineer will do the config, your racking and cabling. Okay, after that, you need to send your either L2 or L3 engineer to do the complete configuration, right? You need to do the complete testing, you need to do the complete configuration, you need to add it in your monitoring tool, monitoring software, you need to add it everywhere. So a lot of configuration you need to do it right before making that branch live. So it takes around days or weeks to make it live. But with SD-WAN, what you're gonna do, you can create a predefined template, and then as soon as your L1 field support gonna plug your device in your network, it's gonna take that configuration from your centralized controller. Whatever is your centralized controller, it's gonna take the configuration from there, and within, I can say, in seconds, if your configuration is correctly you put it, it's gonna up your site in a seconds. So you don't need to send any L2, L3 to do the configuration there. And automatically your controller is also centralized, your management is also centralized. So it's gonna add it everywhere. Okay, for you. Your branch will be ready within seconds. Okay, so this is the power of zero touch provisioning. Again, in our class, we're gonna see the theory topic where we will see how the touch provisioning, what are the steps of it, how we can configure and do it. Okay, so this way scalability is not a problem. Okay, and you can scale as many sites you want. Your centralized controller can handle a lot of sites. Okay, so slowness, again related to your latency. If you have a slowness and latency, it will automatically shift your traffic as per your particular SLA. Okay. Now, this is also an important point, which is not application aware. So what happens in the traditional WAN environment is whatever type of application traffic is, whichever is running or sending on or your link, your WAN link or your service provider gonna treat it in the same way. Again, you can put some of the QoS parameters, but again, that is a complexity in putting it. And again, you cannot differentiate it between different type of traffic. But here in SD-WAN traffic, you can go up to a application level. So by default, your edge router, whatever is your edge router, which is again, I gonna talk about the models, which is V edge and C edge. So here V means your Viptela router, or C edge is gonna be Cisco router. So again, in Cisco, it gonna supports your different model like your ISR, ASR, like that, CSR. So these type of routers is gonna support, and Viptela has its own model, which is VH 100, 200, like that. So now what gonna do, these type of models will do your deep packet inspection, which is DPI, which is known as L5 to L7 headers. They can look by default without doing any configuration. Okay, so means this your edge devices now know about what particular application traffic is going right now. So again, right now there are 4,000-5,000 applications, which is already inbuilt by the Cisco. So again, you can configure a policy. If a particular type of application traffic comes, send it over my circuit number 2. Okay, if a particular type of traffic comes, send it over my circuit number 3. So like that way you can define your circuits. Or else if you have, for example, one is MPLS link, another one is internet link, and you want from one or headquarter or your branch to branch, my voice traffic will go over MPLS. Okay, my other internet traffic will go, web traffic will go over internet. So that way also you can configure it, and up to a particular application level as well. Okay, so for example, in my voice, I want only my voice or video, I can say. So I want only my WebEx traffic, but not Teams traffic. Teams traffic, I want to go over internet, I can choose it. I want my WebEx to go over here, I can choose it. I want my WhatsApp traffic to go over here, I can choose it. So up to a very deep level of a particular application, you can now choose what traffic will go over which circuit. Okay, so again, we have a lab, complete lab related to this, where I will show you how for a particular application you can shift your traffic over a particular provider. QoS, again, it is very easy to do the QoS, because again, QoS is having a complex type of configuration in traditional routing, but here the QoS configuration is very straightforward, and you can even set up your QoS in the matter of minutes once you know your applications. Okay, so that is also easy.
Sam?
Yes, Mohammed.
I'm sorry for interrupting that. I know it is a stupid question, but to just clarify. So how we configure, like on voice router, we configure MPLS and internet. Can you go
So
over a little bit?
again, in case of SD-WAN you are talking about?
Yes.
Okay, so these are your devices, whether it is V-Edge or C-Edge. Again, these are different. So how you gonna choose it? So again, that I gonna tell you in the class. So again, based on your bandwidth requirement, how much traffic you wanna send it, there are different models. So I gonna show you in the data sheets how you gonna choose it. So once you choose it, so whatever circuit it gonna terminate, then the traffic will go over it like that way. So for example, this is your headquarter site where you have your particular ISR over which is running SD-WAN code. Okay, so this is SD-WAN enabled. So now if your MPLS circuit is terminating over it, so this is your MPLS link. If your internet circuit is also terminating it, then it can handle both the links. Okay, so like that way, your circuit needs to be terminate over whatever SD-WAN router you want to terminate.
All right. What that ISR has to be like SD-WAN supported.
Yes. So again, every model is not supported. So there are some models where which are supported your SD-WAN solution. Okay.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So where I am. Okay. Security point of view. So security point of view, we have a lot of security present in the SD-WAN. So first of all, I told you about the IPsec. Next is certificate-based authentication. So once you bring up any site or any of the device, SD-WAN device, to your SD-WAN infrastructure, so it needs to authenticate based on the PKI certificate. Okay, again, I'm gonna tell you in the class, we will take it in detail, what is PKI, how the certificate is generated, how it gonna authenticate with your certificate, your controller, all that stuff. So once your certificate is authenticated, then only it gonna allow to send the traffic, otherwise it gonna be blocked. Okay, then the services which are running on your edges are also blocked by default. So all the services are also blocked. So again, you need to enable it manually to send particular type of traffic. Then you have a support for your firewall as well. In your SD-WAN router, you have a support of IPS, you have a support for advanced malware detection. You have a support for your URL filtering. Okay, and DNS security. So again, these different type of security support you have in your SD-WAN router, which gonna provides the complete security. Okay. Complexity. So again, complexity is to set up the configuration and all that stuff. You need a lot of configuration, but here everything works on the templates. Okay, so once you start creating, so again, what is template? So template is basically a set of configuration which you're gonna put it on your device. So once you start creating a template, you can reuse the same template so that you don't need to do the complete configuration again. Okay, so complexity will be reduced, and the same template, same type of configuration, you can put it over and over again on different device which needs the same type of configuration. Okay, before putting a particular configuration, it's gonna check whether that configuration is technically correct or not, and then it's gonna put it. So again, my meaning of technically correct is, for example, if you give the wrong IP address, so then it's not gonna detect that, because again, IP address is a variable thing. But if you give a wrong interface, for example, you mistype a interface instead of 0/1, you typed it 1/1, which is not present. So it's not gonna take that configuration. So these type of syntax error it's gonna provide you in beforehand. Okay, related to redundancy. So in wherever you have multiple devices, your traffic gonna be shifted automatically as soon as your particular device goes down. So again, BFD gonna help in that. So it's gonna check automatically every second for the reachability. As soon as it's find any of the reachability which is down, it's gonna shift your traffic. Okay. So redundancy not an issue. Troubleshooting is also not a problem, because again here you will get a complete dashboard. From a single point of dashboard, you can do the complete troubleshooting. Okay, so you don't need to log into all the devices, all your routers, edge devices to do the troubleshooting. Okay, so from a single point of management device, from your vManage controller, you can do the complete troubleshooting. Related to monitoring, again, from the same devices, you can do the monitoring. Okay, from a single type of device, you can do the monitoring from a same controller. So from a single pane of glass, you can do the complete monitoring. So again, these are some of the advantages which SD-WAN gonna provides. And also right now, again, I try to cover it in some depth, but again, when we do the class and also I gonna take it in more depth as well. So these are some of the advantages which provide, and then some of the advantages we will see when we do the class. Okay, so anyone having any question or doubt in this? All good,
Hi,
guys?
can you hear me?
Yeah, over. Tell me.
Yeah, sorry, I just joined. I was watching through, I was attending through the YouTube channel.
Okay,
So,
no
you know,
problem.
I kind of
Mhm.
need a little bit of explanation concerning the traffic. You know, like ordinarily, companies have like redundant paths to their network. You know, usually like you might have two ISPs. Like you know, here in US we have Comcast, which is my company. You can have with you can have with Verizon. So ordinarily, can configure my BGP traffic, right? To 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 automatically shift traffic from one of those entrances. If something is happening on the one that I'm currently using. So what is the difference, or how is that different from SD-WAN and the regular traffic management in, you know, when you have like 2 points of entrance or 3 to your network? What's the difference?
So again, the difference is again here also we're gonna provide the same type of thing where it can support your BGP, OSPF, EIGRP, whatever routing protocol you want to run. Okay, first of all, but you can go in a more granular way where you can go up to a application level and you can define what application traffic will go over which circuit. If it gonna fails, it gonna shift it to a different circuit, or you don't want to shift it, whatever you want to do, you can define it. So again, as we progress in the course, so there are the policies that we're gonna configure in the SD-WAN. So again, these policies gonna define your traffic flow, how it gonna do it. Okay, so it's gonna be in the more advanced layer where you can see the L5 to L7 headers as well, and then it's gonna shift your traffic based on that as well.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay, and again, guys, those who just joined or recently joined, so they again right now this is a live class, but again it's gonna be put on the YouTube. So you, if you want to see it from the beginning, you can see it from in on the YouTube link. Okay, so now let me just quickly take our point of view on the controllers. What are the controllers we have? So again, what are the controllers we have in the SD-WAN environment? So in SD-WAN, we have three type of controllers. Okay, before taking the controllers, guys, quickly tell me, what do you mean by control plane? What do you mean by management plane? Or what do you mean by data plane? What are these three different type of planes? So what is control plane traffic?
This management. This is the control plane is to exchange a management frame between the devices.
The management plane is uses for management, right? Control plane is a different type of traffic than management plane.
So the management plane is basically to configuration or whatever the things done by the application layer side. The control plane, if you want to exchange any control packet, like let's say if you want to have the IPsec exchange, right? Then that goes in the control plane.
So
The
your routing traffic, your
yeah.
updates, all type of
Update
traffic,
and
right?
change, everything goes into the
Management traffic is your to manage your devices. So what are your management protocols?
It could be SNMP or what are the WebSocket things, right?
SSH, Telnet,
Yeah.
netconf. Okay, the netconf is also a protocol which we will use it in the here SD-WAN. And data plane is your user data or whatever is the server traffic, right?
Forwarding. Yeah.
Forwarding traffic. So again, these three type of planes we have. So again, we have a controllers here. So one controller is now known as vManage. So this is gonna act as a management plane. Okay, and it is a virtual appliance. So what do you mean by virtual appliance? This controller is only come in a virtual appliance. Okay, so there is no physical hardware device from Cisco. This comes in a virtual appliance which comes in a .ova file or .qcow2. So again, .ova you can put it in your VMware environment. What other vendors you have, right? You have Red Hat and all that stuff. So whatever the virtualization solution present, you can put it in that. Okay, and QCOW is for your KVM type of emulating environments. Okay, and what is the main role of it? It provides you CLI of a particular SD-WAN device. It provides you GUI of a particular SD-WAN device, and it's gonna provide you API. So again, you can configure any of your device via CLI, via GUI or API, whatever you like. Okay. Then it's gonna provide you centralized provisioning. So again, you can do the centralized configuration and provisioning from this controller. Okay. You can put it in active standby cluster for redundancy so that if your active gonna fail, then your standby gonna take over. Okay. Maximum you can put 6 vManage into a cluster. Okay. It from software upgrade directly from this controller, you can do the complete software upgrade of any of your edge device, which is SD-WAN enabled. Okay, you can do the complete troubleshooting and monitoring of any of your edge device from or your complete SD-WAN environment troubleshooting directly from this controller. Okay, so this is related to your first controller, which is known as vManage. Okay. So after that, we have a second controller, which is known as vSmart. Again, this comes also in virtual appliance. And it gonna provides you control plane. So your control traffic will be handled via this controller. And again, for redundancy, you can put active of your vSmart. So 2, 3 controller, whatever you like, you can put it in the active modes. So what is the main role of it? It's gonna distribute your control plane information to your WAN edges. Okay, so here WAN edges means whatever edges which are SD-WAN devices. Okay, and whatever policies you're gonna put, like, okay, my traffic gonna go from this way, that way, it's gonna provide these control plane policies. Whatever policies you're gonna put it on the control plane, it's gonna regulate that policies. Okay, so this is the role of that. And then just a second, guys. Okay, then the third controller is gonna be my vBond. So what we're gonna do, it's gonna provide you orchestration plane or you can say security plane. So it's gonna authenticate. So the most important role here is authenticate your edge device. Whatever edge devices you're gonna connect, it's gonna authenticate them using certificates. So we're gonna generate the certificates based on that, and your whitelist model, it's gonna provide it. So whitelist means your serial number of a device and your OTP, all that like type of stuff. Okay, and then it's gonna provide you the mutual authentication between your vManage, vSmart, and vBond. Okay, so it's gonna do the authentication of between your controllers as well. Okay, there is one requirement for the vBond, which is it has to be publicly reachable. Okay, because to do the authentication to the vBond, your device is gonna, if they are connecting over internet, then how they're gonna do it. Okay, so it needs to be publicly reachable. So again, you need to provide, either you can provide a public IP to the vBond, or else if you are not providing the public IP, then you need to do the one-to-one net, which is also known as static net. So dynamic or PAT will not support. Okay, you need to do the static net for it. Okay, again, so these are your 3 type of controllers which you have: vManage, vSmart, vBond, which gonna provide you management plane, control plane, and your orchestration plane, security plane. After that, your data plane will go directly from your one provider to another between your devices. So your data traffic will not come to these controllers. Okay, now where to host these controllers? So you have 2 options, either on-prem or on premises, you can put it, or else you can put it over the cloud. So if you are putting it on the on premises, then you have an option to support, which is ESXi environment, which is a VMware solution over which you can put it, or KVM, which is direct virtual emulator, you can put it. Okay. Or else if you're gonna go over the cloud, you have an option of Amazon AWS, which you can choose. You have an option to configure it over Microsoft Azure. You're gonna option to have it configure over Google Cloud Platform. GCP. And the fourth option is Cisco Controller as a Service. So you can take a service from the Cisco, which is again a paid service, extra pay for that. So Cisco Controller as a Service you can take, which gonna provide you the controller service. So Cisco gonna manage your controllers for you. Okay. So if any of the reachability issue happens, then it gonna help you in that. Okay. So this is also a solution. So these are related to your controllers. Now, if we talk about our edge devices, so these comes in physical and virtual environments, virtual appliance. So your controllers are always virtual. In case of Cisco, there is no physical appliance, but here your edge device is gonna be physical and virtual. Physical is uses for production, and virtual is only you will use for your lab or testing environment. Okay, so do not use your virtual edges to your production, because again they have a limitation of bandwidth. You can go, I guess, up to 10 Mbps only. So do not use virtual appliances for your production and traffic. You need a physical appliance. Okay, so now we have two different models, which are V-Edge and C-Edge. So V-Edge means here V stands for Viptela. So this device is hardware device is made by Viptela. That's why it is known as V-Edge. And C-Edge means this hardware device is made by Cisco. So although now Viptela devices are also of Cisco, because again Cisco acquired the Viptela completely, but again they didn't change the naming till now. So if you talk about V-Edge, so there are different models like V-Edge 100, 200, 2000, 5000, sorry, your 1000, and then your 5000. Again, what is the difference? So give me some time. I will tell you the difference. So these are your physical. And then you have a virtual appliance as well, which is known as VH Cloud. So again, to enable that as well, you need to take the license. Okay, without license, it's not gonna work. So here in SD-WAN, your edge is not gonna work unless until you take the license from Cisco. Then C-Edge, you have ISR series of 1100, ISR series of 4000, and ASR series of 1000. Okay, and then ENCS is also a one series, which are your physical. And right now in CAT 8K also there is a new series which they're gonna provide the support. And your virtual is gonna be CSR 1000V, which is a virtual Cisco router, which gonna support your SD-WAN. So how Cisco gonna put it? So they put the code of the SD-WAN in their existing underlying code. So again, if you talk about here, they are running iOS XE. Okay, and your V Edge is gonna run your Viptela OS. But Viptela OS is more robust right now, and even Cisco is planning to move every of C Edge to the Viptela OS. So right now, even some of the C edges you can put the Viptela OS as well. Okay, so that is thing. Now to make difference between them.
Cat, hello, this cat 8 is this, whether it is a layer 2 or layer 6.
Layer 3, of course.
It's not coming under router actually. It's a switch.
Yes. So Catalyst series. Yes. V-Edge models data sheets. Okay. So this is a SD-WAN routers data sheet. It is having the, although the name here is V-Edge, but it will show you the C-Edge model as well. So if you talk about Viptela OS, these are your model: V-Edge 100, 100P, M, 1000, 2000, 5000. And some of the ISRs also support Viptela OS, which is ISR 1100. Okay, then the Cisco C-Edge, which supports iOS XE, are your ISRs and your ASRs. So ISR 1000, 4000, and ASR 1000. And then your ENCS 5000 series platform, which gonna support it. Okay, and then on the third point here, these are two what I can say virtual routers. Okay, virtual environment, you can put it. So VH is for Viptela OS for the virtual, and CH1000V is for the Cisco virtual. Okay, so these are again to what is the difference between them. So again, your traffic ports, your memory, your traffic requirement. So you can choose a model based on that. Okay, and so it is having the complete sheet where you can check between different type of models and you can select it as per your bandwidth. So for example, here if you see VH100, it can support a downlink of 100 Mbps, uplink of 50 Mbps only. So like that way, you have different type of models. Okay, then whatever the software capabilities, so again, a lot they can support. So this way you can check the complete sheet to do it. Okay. So now, if we see our topology, so let me open this one. Okay, so it will be better to see now, although let me zoom out a little bit, or just give me a second. Let me open it from here. Okay, so now what we are doing in our lab, we are emulating 3 service provider. Okay, one is your MPLS, another gonna be internet, third one is gonna be 4G LTE, which is again it's internet, you can say. So 2 internet circuits and 1 MPLS circuit. Okay, and then this is my alpha site, which is my headquarter site where I put my all controllers, vManage, vBond, and vSmart. Okay, and then we have a CA server for generating the certificates. Okay, and then this is a normal router. This is not a SD-WAN router, which gonna provide the connectivity. And then we have different branches. So if you can see it here now, I have named the branches like beta branch, eta branch, like that. Okay, so we have different branches for providing the SD-WAN. So again, if you see on beta side, we have a CSR. Okay, so this is my C edge, which is running Cisco iOS XE. Okay, and then we have Viptela edges as well, which is VH Cloud. So again, they are running here, here, as well as here. Okay, and on the behind, we are running LAN environment for each site. How they're gonna connect it and all that stuff. So this is how we have our diagram where we will provide you show you the complete connectivity of how they're going to talk to the controllers, what is the data traffic flow, how they're going to select one circuit over the another. So again, redundancy, load balancing, everything, we're going to do it based on our labs. So we have a complete rich labs of around 40 labs, which are having total number of 200 tasks. Okay, which you're going to do it from the scratch till to the advanced level. Okay, so this is all related to what we're gonna take and cover. So anyone having any question and doubt before we're gonna move it towards the Q&A section?
Yes, son. So I have a questions. On the ETA side 10, right? We are having 2 BS devices. So does it support like if we are planning to use one is physical devices and one is virtuals and
no, again I tell you, in the production environment you'd never use virtual because again bandwidth is very limited. Okay, so production is only used for your virtual is only used for your lab and testing environment only. Production never use virtual environment. You need to use the physical device only. But in case of your controllers, these are only virtual. They're never gonna be physical.
okay, that makes sense. So So we need why we using two? That's for the redundancy.
So again, I have some scenarios. If you see my each side is having a different type of scenario. So for example, if you see it here, we have a CH, which is Cisco Edge, which is running connected to the MPLS and internet. Okay. Then my ETA side is having two edges which are connected to my two service provider. Okay. So this is different type of edge, different type of site. Then if you see my other side, so now you can see I have one controller with MPLS, another controller with another circuit with internet. Okay, so this is a different type of design. Then the third one is Zeta side, which is connected to my different, all the three service providers. So this is again a different type of design. So again, in that way, I made each side a different type of design. So I can show you different scenarios and possibilities, what you can get it out of it. Okay.
Yeah, I have a question. As you said, like there are two things, on-prem and like cloud-based solution. Okay. So in that, so on-prem we will have like our own CA server, correct, for that authentication. Or if you are going for the cloud solution, so we will keep. For example, the company A is going for the cloud solution, so they will keep the CA server in their own premise, or Cisco will take it.
So again, you have a choice. You can use your on-prem controller with the cloud as well. Your on-prem controller with the cloud as well, CA server. Okay. Or else if you want, you can go with the Cisco CA server, or Symantec is supported, or Verizon is supported. So three public CA servers are also supported. Okay, so in the main class, I'm gonna tell you what about CA servers and all that stuff. We have a topic related to that. But again, if you want to use your on-prem with the cloud, you can do it that way as well.
Okay. So in the cloud solution, so we will have full access to we manage this bot, or only we will give access to the we manage.
So again, you need to put all your controllers in the cloud then. Okay.
Sorry, I did not get it.
So again, if you are choosing the cloud solution, so again, if you are taking a service, so it is recommended to take all your controllers in the cloud. So we manage, we bound, we smart, put it all in the cloud.
Yes, it's cloud, but we'll have access to all the controller, or the controller only the vManage will have access. For example, the edge devices
So
will be
again,
managed.
yes, I got your point. So again, when your edge device comes, so first of all, it's gonna take the connection. It's gonna make the connection with the vBond. But after it make the connection with the vBond, it's gonna make the connection with the vManage and vSmart as well. Okay, so it's gonna make the connection with all the three controllers. So again, it needs a connection with all the three.
No. See, I understood that point. But what I'm asking is, see, if you are going for on-prem, actually, we'll have full control to access the vBond, vSmart. But if you are going cloud solution, for example, Cisco cloud solution, we are going. Okay.
So Cisco gonna take it.
Yeah, that
Cisco
control,
gonna
I
provide
think.
it.
Will it be able to log into the customer who is sitting, the recruiter engineer can able to access to the vSmart, vBond, or only the Cisco have the control? Only the vManage will have access to the customer.
So Cisco gonna provide you a reachability of your controllers. Okay, then whatever configuration you need to do, you need to do it yourself. You getting my point? So related to the reachability of your controller, that will be managed via Cisco. So if any problem happens related to reachability, then that will be managed by Cisco only. For else, for cloud, if you can directly put your controllers over AWS or Azure or GCP, and then you can also manage it directly.
Okay. And how many controllers vSmart need? Minimum.
So again, for vManage, it is 6. For vSmart, I guess it is 4 or 5. I need to check it. Okay, so but there is a limit. So multiple controllers you can deploy in a particular, even region wise also you can put the controllers as well if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So that's all related to the topics that I need to take so that you can understand my flow, how I gonna do. Again, due to time limitations, I go a little fast today, but again, in our main class, I go with the slow pace so that you will be able to handle all the things. So now done with the topic. So now you can ask your questions, whatever questions you have related to batch timings, any of the technical question if you want to ask. And then when you have questions, so again, those who want to leave, those who don't have any questions, so again, you can leave if you want, or if you have any question, you can ask me so that I can provide you the answers.
Question.
Yes,
Is
tell
this
me.
a CCIE class?
Sorry?
Is it a CCIE lab? Like, I
Sorry,
mean, this webinar, is it for CCIE exam?
So again,
Hey,
it's gonna cover in the CCI exam, the topics are less. Okay, it's not gonna cover in depth. But again, in this class that we are starting with the Sd-Wan, we're gonna take it cover whole topics. Okay, if you see the Cisco syllabus, so CCNP Sd-Wan is a concentration exam, which gonna cover the complete topics. And after that, in the CCI class, it is having less topic than your CCNP. So this is webinar is not for the CCA class. CCA class, I have a webinar scheduled for 20th of September.
Okay. So this is for CCNP
Guys,
SD1.
yes, guys. So we have other tracks as webinar as well. So Shank, if you can show the screenshot, I think Isaac is for CCI Lab.
Okay, so yeah, CCI, we are starting with the 20th. And right now, this is for your, so if you can see, okay. So these are different dates where we are having the different webinar topic from, like today, we covered the SD-WAN. Tomorrow, we're gonna cover the ACI and little bit of Nexus. Then on 13th, we have a topic on Python and Ansible. Then 15th, gonna be CCNP DC. And then 18th, we have a related to the CCI lab. So again, on 18th, we have 18 and 19th, 2 days, we have a webinar on CCI lab. Okay, which I'm gonna take it. So I'm gonna take 2 different case studies related to that. And then on 20, we have a webinar on the Encore and NRC. So 20 to 21, 22.
Nice. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, one more thing. We have shared the WhatsApp group link. Okay, so please join that so that we can share the material that was used in the presentation as well as the recordings. Okay, we will provide the recording on daily basis. So please join that WhatsApp group, which is on the Zoom chat.
Okay, and then the main support over which you guys are connected to me is via Slack. So on the Slack, I will be available, and you can talk to me, or if you have any question in between doing the labs, or if you have any difficulty, so you can just ping it. So again, we have different groups over which you can connect to me. Okay, anyone having any other question? So you can see this WhatsApp number and email ID over which you can join our WhatsApp group and email ID. So you will get a complete course detail and
Sorry.
your fees related to course and all that stuff.
I have a question real quick. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So for the WhatsApp group, I joined, but only admins can post stuff. We cannot really chat on that app, on that platform. We can like speak on that platform.
Okay.
Hey,
so
yeah. So yeah, you can ping to the admin directly, or you can wait for our notification for the recordings of the day, or you can ping to the admin. Okay, with the reason why we have put a limitation there, because we get some people from posting some spam or some bitcoins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
And
the
again,
reason we have. Yeah.
that's all right. I get it. And again, another question. I see in your list right there, you have VCP network virtualization. That's the professional NXST course, right? VMware. So I'm saying that is it equivalent to CCIE?
So VCP NV is related to your, it is a actually equivalent to CCNP level of certification. Okay. So it is a professional level of certification, not the expert one. And it is related to your NSX environment where which is related to your SDN solution for the data center.
So in your training, do you guys cover the part of VMware to VMware?
No, so there's a different, there is a different batch for related to that. So right now in this batch, we have only focus on the Viptela Sd-Wan solution.
Oh, okay.
So Viptela Sd-Wan solution, your Cisco ACI and Nexus, Cisco Nexus. So this is a combo of these three batch, and then VXLAN also we're gonna add it.
All right. Okay, thanks.
Okay, so.
Excuse me, Mr. Sean.
Yes, hi Dennis. Tell me.
How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah.
I know you've been talking about the CCIE class, webinar, but when does the CCIE class start in September?
So,
when does it start?
So webinar is on the 18th and 19th, and then the class gonna start in the next week. So 25th to 26th, it's gonna start.
And that'll be weekends, right? Weekends.
Yes, it's gonna be weekend. So after this batch, this batch is from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. and after that 8:30 p.m. to 11:30 gonna be CCI batch.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Guys, do not ask unless until you have an emergency related to CCI batch. Again, we have a complete batch webinar related to that. Yes, David.
Yeah, because I'm going to attend the CCNP and CCIE class. That means a combo. Yeah, I don't know. Am I going to start with the CCNP people or it will be just a weekend batch? Because,
okay. So what I gonna do? If you see, we are starting CCNP as well in the same time frame. So what I am taking here is in the weekdays, I gonna take the CCNP topics. Okay. And then in the weekend, I gonna do the CCI of the same topic. For example, if we have a switching, for example, as a topic. So in the weekdays, I gonna take the CCNP switching topic. And then after that, we're gonna start with the CCI topic, which is again related to switching. Okay, so that way we're gonna cover it. So those who gonna enrolled for the CCI class, again, we're gonna provide you the Encore and NRC. So there is a offer which is related to next 5 days. Though those who gonna enroll, we're gonna give the Enroll and Encore and NRC free of cost to them, complete course. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What else, guys? Related to this batch, what is the question? Any question related to labs like that, timings, whatever you have?
Yeah, sorry, sir. About the lab, yeah, I want you to ask about the lab. Are we going to have access to to your lab from the first day or after the course?
So again, if you see, no, so it's gonna be parallel lab access. So my first 2-3 classes are theoretical one. After that, it will be completely lab-based scenarios. Okay. So so again, after 2-3 classes, we're gonna provide you the lab access, and then parallelly you need to do the labs, because again, my methodology of teaching is you will do the lab side by side. Otherwise, after 2-3 months, you're gonna forget everything. Okay, so we're gonna provide you the lab access for 300 hours, 6 hours daily. Okay, so you will get a time slot as per your convenient time zone or whatever time slot you will give. So we have 4 different time slots from which you can choose any one of your time slot, and then we're gonna provide you the access of it.
Okay.
Sorry, for the lab environments, do you guys make use of the cloud or you make use of VirtualBox?
So again, our lab is completely virtual. So we're gonna use it for our on-prem data centers. We have like we have one data center in Hyderabad and another one is in the Bangalore. So again, you will get access to any one of these.
Okay.
Hi, this is Sandeep, and I have a question regarding lab. Currently, Cisco labs are not open, right? So, is there any idea like when it's going to open? It's
So
unpredictable. We know, but still.
So I have a Sandeep question for you.
Yeah.
So do you have any idea when this Corona thing gonna over?
No, I don't have any idea, and I wish it should finish as soon as.
Yes. So again, the problem is there are different waves, as you know, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, right? And every country is hitting the wave after some time, right? Right now, if for like in April and May in India, there is a complete wave. Nowadays, if you see the US cases, they are very high, right? So again, it depends unless until this Corona thing is gonna happen. So again, your labs will be shut till that time.
Okay, cool. Actually, I have already completed my RNS training and lab practice last like 2018 and 19, but unfortunately, I couldn't give that. But now I see that there is a syllabus change and we have to
That
go.
is the problem. That is problem with everyone. I have passed my CCIE wireless written way back in 2019. And then I passed my CCD written as well, but I'm not able to give the lab because of this Corona thing and all, right?
But I would like to join your classes because it's been a long time and I was like away from the like networking, I can say,
Yes,
because I'm currently working with VMware and it's completely, I don't have any access to Cisco and all.
Yes. So again, that's why I used to start with the scratch only, and then we go to the advanced level.
Okay. And how long it's gonna take? Like for if I take it CCIE DC or CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure, whatever it is.
So CCIE Enterprise Infrastructure, again, it's gonna be 2-3 months batch at least. Okay. So it's gonna take till December.
Till lab practice, right?
Yes,
Or
yes. Lab practice as well.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So related to this batch, we have a 300 hours of lab.
Okay, cool.
Per technology. So SD-WAN, you will get 300 hours. ACI, you will get 300 hours. Nexus, you will get 300 hours. Again, all these are virtual platforms. So in ACI, we have a limitation of data plane. Again, I am telling you guys, data plane will not work. Okay. So you will be able to configure everything. You will be able to see everything. Only just your end-to-end ping will not work. That's it.
Sorry, sir, just for this question, I know it's about the CCIE, but sorry, I'm just going to ask, after our training, after CCIE, are we going to pass the CCIE tests at the first attempt? Is it possible?
So again, it depends on your level of understanding, how much you're able to understand in practice. Again, guys, to pass the CCIE, when I passed 10 years back, okay, so I used to practice around 18 hours a day at that time. Even my food, everything is come on the bed, and then I used to do the practice and all that stuff. So it depends a lot of different techniques and to pass it. So again, that I gonna cover it when we do the CCIE batch.
Maybe maybe a dummy question. Is the CCIE SP easier than IE?
So again, it depends on which technology you are working on from in your environment. Okay. So there is no thing like which track is easy and which track is hard. For someone it is one is hard and one is easy, right? It depends on which module you are working.
Because nowadays I'm go for CCIE SP. Only one lab.
CCIE SP is also having a lot of configuration. Okay.
Nowadays, whatever it is in, we should go for that. Not about the lab and all.
So it depends on your profile. It is not like you can pass any CCIE. It depends on right now what currently is your profile and role, and you should go according to it. Because again, to pass all the CCIE or whatever I can pass, it is not go to do like that way. Okay. Whatever is your experience, whatever role you have in, you should pass that track only.
Shank, I have a question regarding this course. So we have a combo of 3 courses. Which one you will start first? Like you
So
started.
again, Yes, so I'm gonna start with the ACI first, and then after SD-WAN, then Nexus. Again, in SD-WAN, if people want SD-WAN to be first, then we will have a poll, and then we can start SD-WAN first.
Okay, so tomorrow is going to be ACI demo, right?
Yes, tomorrow is gonna be ACI webinar at the same time, 6:30 p.m. IST.
All right, and then regarding SD-WAN, like what is the prerequisite? I'm working in the enterprise, domain. I have a knowledge on routing protocols like OSPF, EIGRP, and BGP, and
Yes,
switching
so
stuff.
that is the only requirement, because again, MPLS requirement is not there, because if you are work on the SD-WAN environment, you will not work on MPLS. Okay, so MPLS knowledge is not needed. Even we will not use MPLS configuration here as well. So in between, again, I told you SD-WAN is a overlay technology. Okay. So underlay connectivity is the headache of your service provider, whatever service provider you choose, whether for MPLS, whether for internet. So if anything happens in your circuit, that is not your problem. Then your service provider gonna fix it for you. Okay.
Okay, all right. So regarding the certification of ACA and SD-WAN, so as you already said, you're going to cover, all content in this course.
Yes.
So you are not going to provide any certification cost in this course, right?
Yes, there is no certification cost which gonna be covered by us.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Shank, one question. So whenever we are doing SD-WAN, any migration or something, so we will be having a traditional network also, right? With those traditional routers, how this SD-WAN communicate?
So again, it gonna communicate with your traditional environment as well. Okay, but only the point here is you cannot manage it via SD-WAN. Okay, but it's gonna work. There are different solutions for it. For example, if you are running your traditional over the MPLS, then extranet route leaking gonna be happen from via which you can do this one, your SD-WAN to your traditional migration, or they can talk to each other. Okay, and then if you are, for example, there is one side which is on MPLS and another side, and your controllers are in the cloud, then how they're gonna talk to each other? So again, these are some of the 4-5 scenarios which I'm gonna take it in the batch. Okay, so do not worry about that.
Yeah, thank you.
So another question. I don't see fee structure here, or even
So again, for fee structure, you're gonna connect to the WhatsApp number which you have, or you can connect it over the email which you have in the chat. Okay. So you can just contact over that, and our backend team gonna provide you all the fee structure. You can take all the 3 combos in a one go way, which will save your money, or else you can take a single course as if you want.
Sure, sir. Sure. See, definitely, I'm like it's completely depends upon knowledge. I'm looking for a knowledge, or see, certification doesn't matter for now. But definitely, we'll connect with like WhatsApp number or email ID, whatever.
Yes, sure. Okay. Anyone else having any question before we wrap up?
This Sagar, I have a problem with the visualization system in my laptop. So when I try use any OVA file, it says that this device does not support the visualization. But
So
if
you
I
need
use
to, again, this is a very basic problem. So again, the problem here is you need to enable, first of all, you need to check whether VT support is enabled in your router or not, in your device or not, laptop.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's enabled right now, but still the problem is there.
So related to what you are talking, so we not provide any OVA and like that. I'm not sure about this patch, but if you are
It's
talking about any other.
the problem is with the OVA. You know, if I use ISO file, it's work good, yeah, but the OVFI not working.
So Hansa, I'm not sure which patch you are talking about because in SD-WAN we not provide any OVA file or like that. So again, if you have any issue, you can connect it back in to our backend team.
You know, you want to use EVNG or this BNet Lab, but I can't use it. You know, I installed but not working.
Okay, so our lab instructor gonna provide you the help related to that. Okay.
Tomorrow, maybe. Okay.
Yes, you can connect to him. No problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'll connect him. Okay.
Okay, guys, tell me, I will tell you once again to run this lab in your own environment on your own system. You need at least 48 GB of RAM. Okay. And you need your license from the Cisco. We're not going to provide you any license or any software. So you need to take your software from the Cisco and license. Okay, but we're going to provide the same lab, same configuration, all that stuff on our devices. So you can connect it anywhere from anywhere. Okay. Okay. Anyone having any other question?
Thank you. Thank you for your session.
Okay, guys. So if you not have any questions, so let's wrap up today's webinar, and tomorrow I'm gonna take the ACI topic. So again, you guys understand my teaching flow, how I'm gonna teach and all that stuff. So you can start your enrollment by contacting on that contact number and email ID, which is provided in the chat, right? And we will see you in our main classes. Okay, so thanks a lot everyone for joining today's session. You will see this recording again on our YouTube channel, okay, directly. And tomorrow's session is gonna start again at the same time, which is 6:30 p.m. IST. Okay, thank you everyone. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.